Last time you saw Nick and I, we were cutting up our North Dakota buck. We decided to bomb it back to Iowa for the early muzzleloader season. Even though season had already been open for a couple days, the weather forecast had us thinking if we targeted specific bedding areas that we've had luck in during that same time frame, that we would have a pretty good chance. We drove through the night and rolled in early on the morning of the 17th, and we were fired up to get after him.
3:32. Man, we got here early. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Better go say congrats to Ted on this buck.
Oh, he needs it. He needs a big congratulations.
We're just rolling back from North Dakota. Ted shot that buck today. He's a sleepwalker and he wakes up pretty funny, so we're gonna go tell him congratulations.
Like not even alive. Whoa.
Yeah. That's a good one right there, Paw Paw. Hey, buddy. Hey.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Nick. What's up, brother?
What are you listening to?
Nothing right now. Thank you.
Man, that was really anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Climactic. There's not two C's in climatic.
That's a good deer.
Yep.
Oh, good buck, no? Yeah. No.
You ain't gotta get up for us.
I mean, it's only 3:37 in the morning.
Time to get up. I thought we were partying.
We're just gonna roll in and grab a muzzleloader and just go ahead and get to the spot.
You should.
Way to go, Ted.
Primer going in. Alright, fire in the hole.
I'm on him. 3 inches high?
Yep.
It's about right.
I'll shoot that 150.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be dialed. Right in the center of the tape. I think if we can strap those down really nice. Going towards it. Going towards your spot. That's the creek we're gonna be walking up.
330, 340.
He said, I'm gonna go for a jog. He's just gotta run another 3/4 of a mile that way. He's on legal grounds for us. He might
It's
too.
really not that far.
No. Should give him a little slap on the butt. He's going past Hayden.
Couldn't reach that far.
Oh boy. What's going on? Very little sleep, very little food, very little water, and a lot of caffeine. So that should be good for the shooting.
Got a bad feeling we're not even gonna make it to where we're wanting to go before we start encountering deer.
Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, though.
No? No, it wouldn't. They are moving tonight. We got the extra reach with the muzzleloader. Jake is good out to 200. I'd say odds are good if we see a shooter. Jake will be able to get a shot at it.
Kind of want to pop up on the ridge before we get to this creek down in here, just so we can actually see. I mean, I can see just seeing something on his feet down there. As we're out, if we get up on this ridge, we got enough wind cover. I think we can just sneak along this edge. Might follow the creek just for a little bit more until we get to this next ridge and just pop up on it and kind of buck our way down it. Kind of like this right in here. All that deer sign. You'd think a buck would pop up somewhere down there. But let's see if we can find a tree like on that point where we could shoot down into here and to that line there. Alright, we're all set up. And hopefully they didn't already move through, because we saw that buck obviously on the way here. Deer were up moving early. All sorts of deer on the fields. We never did kick anything up on the way in, which I don't know if that's good or bad. I I think it's good because we ran into a bunch of sign and it seems like there's a bunch of deer down in here. Just general deer sign, scratching in the leaves. There's a lot of turkey sign too, but you could tell there's deer in there eating a bunch of acorns, and then buck sign to confirm it. And that one road that we ran into was pretty tall. You could tell his signs went up about to my chest, so from right here I think we could shoot the most. We got the property line just over here. We were thinking about going down there and getting a little deeper. I've got a really good feeling about it. Usually those are the nights we get skunked. So I'm just going to start looking because it feels like we should see a deer at any minute here. Hopefully the other guys have better luck than we did. Might be worth coming back in here and trying something different than what we did. There's obviously a bunch of deer in here, a bunch of bucks, so maybe they're up in the hills. Come stomp around here in a week or two maybe.
Got the Michelin Man vibe this morning. Put on about everything I had in the camper.
I know. We're talking,
It's awesome.
At least we got the gun so we can bundle up and not have to worry about
Yeah, trying to
dropping
shoot.
back or
Yep. Nice.
We're going into where Warb killed that buck a couple of years ago during this time frame. Been monitoring it with a trail camera. We got similar conditions today, so we're gonna get in there early and be waiting for him to hopefully come back in there or a different one. So I think me, Hayden, and Greg are gonna run together again, the old trio, the muzzleloader trio. Hopefully we got better results than last night. We had a pretty slow night last night. I just got back into town and bought a muzzleloader tag. Ted had some luck already, so hopefully it can continue. See what happens.
Alright, we've been set up for about an hour and a half now here, just waiting on first light. I got pretty sweated up on the way in. So we'll see what the status is on that in a half hour or so. But we're just looking right down into this bedding area that Warb and Gooch killed that one in. Except this time, if one shows up down there, we don't have to sit and grunt at it and hope he hears us. We can just let him hear this thing. Pretty close quarters for the muzzleloader, but that's alright. There's been some acorns falling as we were getting set up here. There's a couple big hammer oak trees that were set up underneath that buck was going to feed out in the middle of the day kind of last time. Those guys were in here, so sets up the same. Conditions are pretty much the same. Hopefully the results are the same. Deer down here. I don't think it's a shooter, but I don't think I'm gonna shoot him. I don't know, Hayden. I think we can maybe find a better one than that. He's not, I mean, I'd definitely shoot him the last 2 days. 8:15. Seems like he's going to do some moving around still. Because he's going up into some pretty open woods. I'd imagine he'll go over this and go down into that cove and bed, or even up on the next hillside, which is pretty thick. So I'm going to try to shoot a little older one, maybe, if we can, but no promises in the last couple days. He did what we wanted him to, though. Just browsing around down there forever. Maybe his old man's around somewhere. Stretch back up. We might be leaving soon, Hayden.
Okay.
If you can tell, I'm getting a little antsy.
Yeah. I was getting pretty cold there at the end.
Tootsies were getting cold. Is that fun?
Yeah.
Go get some coffee?
Sounds good.
Talked you into it, huh?
Or twist my arm, not pull my leg.
I just ain't got it in me. I should actually be practicing this turkey call because we're about to go slipping around and blow this Bad Daddy THP prototype. Coming soon. You felt him strutting?
I don't think I got him strutting actually, because I think it was the one to the left that strutted, and he was in too thick of grass where I couldn't see him.
I like that.
But I got them when they're running away and all their beards swinging.
Feels kind of springish out.
It does.
I like that sun popping out.
It's a little warmer than this morning.
Yeah, still wet. Oh yeah, that's why it's still wet, baby. Nice. I mean, that's
By the last hour or something.
yeah, that's like 200 yards there and closer there. So
Perfect.
it's like the deepest
Yep.
pocket. When you're coming back up, there's longbeard strutting up there. When we
Strutting.
Yeah. And there's a bunch of, like, there's 6 or 7 of them total, but I popped up and I'm just like, I thought it was a deer.
Yeah.
'Cause, you know, they look big. But he's just strutting.
You got them all worked up with that little light calling, huh?
Must have heard us calling and they went out to that field and they were just strutting around. One of those days.
Iowa gobblers.
So Hayden and I have been scouting around the middle of the day here. We got several cameras in this area. Checked 2 or 3 of them. And one of them, just over the ridge from us, had a pretty huge buck on it. 2 days ago it was. Late in the morning, going back towards where Warb spooked one out of a bed last fall around this time of year. It was a little bit earlier, but there just seems to be a bunch of bucks in this area. So we're gonna go still on our way along this edge and get to kind of the deepest pocket. So we'll be in the shadows, trying to sound like turkeys along this edge, just glassing down the bottom, hoping to catch a glimpse of a buck moving towards us. Warb was in a pretty similar setup last night, but we got way more range than he does, so we're kind of hoping to do something similar. They were just kind of moving along an edge like this. There's an oxbow back in there where the deer can go out in bed in a really deep spot, but as they come up to the high ground, they kind of get pinched within muzzleloader range. Should be pretty fun. Hopefully we see a big one. I think we found a spot we're gonna hang out for a little bit. We've just been moving our way up this edge. Haven't ran into any deer. And we got to this little point here and it opens up into this bowl where we can see a bunch. I could see a bunch of deer wanting to be back in here just because there's another point that goes out where they could be out of the wind with that ridge being in the way. We just ran into a super fresh rub right here too, like within the last 24 hours I'd say. Can see a lot of ground from here. I can't imagine we won't at least see a nice buck. Just a matter of if he's within range or not. big buck out in that. Yeah. Stuff where we hunted last time. Looks like a pretty good one on Greg.
Got quite the zoom on it. Big Berkey's got some zoom power.
Greg's pride and joy.
I was expecting to see a little dot in the colors and stuff. Well, about that.
Greg's got him on the big screen. I don't think we could ever make it. That he'd be gone. Like, that's a couple miles, I think. And we got to cross the river to shoot him. I think there's probably one in here too. It's just a matter of if we see him. I'm not so sure that this deer I saw down here wasn't a buck. Like, it was turned straight towards us at one point. Its stomach was like outside of its shoulders. Couple of them. It's got them all messed up down there. Coyote or something. Just like that, she's closed for the day. Learned a lot, I'd say.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that might be the same buck that we saw first week of bow season over there. Got one more cold day. Hopefully we can sit over that tomorrow, I'd say, and he'll come back out. He's obviously spending a lot of time in there. The nice thing about that spot is I think we can set up on pretty much any wind, so hopefully those guys had some luck bow hunting. We'll see you tomorrow over the Natural Browse food plot.